All right, you fanboys, I'm going to tell you straight up, this weekend coming up for Bitcoin, it's very important. It is perhaps the most important weekend in this entire bull run. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. It's very clear to me because, as you know, there's only one thing that ever happens in crypto. It's exactly as I predict. And why is this? Well, as you know, I am the most woke, billionaire, empty house, business crypto fad advice guy with a great body who is also family friendly and extremely PG. And I have not made a wrong call on this channel ever. And why? Because there's only one way the crypto market works. It's exactly as predicts. And I'm going to do you guys a favor in this video. I'm going to do you a solid because, frankly, I've been playing 4D chess with you. You know, for example, when I said, hey, I'm tethering up last video because I don't know where the market's going to go, and then the market in ADA went like this, that was just me screwing around. I totally was screwing around there. Not going to happen. Anyways, I've decided to come down to your level and tell you exactly what's going to be happening this weekend, because it is actually, jokes aside, an extremely important weekend, and it's going to go two ways in my opinion, and then I think it's going to happen like this. Okay, now look, when I look at these things, guys, just being straight and transparent with you, I have no idea what the market's going to do this weekend. I really don't. But however, I do know that there's a tremendous amount of importance on this weekend, and people are probably going to react in a certain way. And I'm still tethered up. I haven't bought back in yet because depending on how this weekend goes, that's going to determine how the rest of this bull run is going to go in the near, short to medium term. So let's talk about what people will probably do. I can't tell you which way it's going to go. This is a freaking coin flip of a weekend, but I can tell you what I've looked at in the past, what the trends have been, and what people are looking at very heavily right now. And then you can make your own choices, because this market scares the hell out of me right now. I'm just being completely transparent with you, because there's so many black swans going on right now that, you know, before it was going in a normal trajectory, it was moving around and we could kind of see the standard type of patterns coming up. Then Elon started tweeting, then we started getting fudded, and, you know, it pushed us to a point right now in the bull market where we're at a very, very key level that if we don't break, people are probably going to panic. And I don't think the bull run is over, but I think the bull run is going to continue in one of two ways. So let's talk about it. And overall right now, this really doesn't look good. Again, guys, I'm not telling you what's going to happen. I'm arming you with the information about what's happening. Okay, because I've seen so many TA channels. I've seen so many crypto channels where they're telling you what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. My rule of thumb right now is it is so random that I'm tethered up, because I will tether back into the market as soon as this whirlwind closes, because we're about to see something really, it's just in a really weird, funky spot right now. So let me talk about what we're looking at. So I don't like using the TA charts. I would go check out Benjamin Cohen's channel. He's my favorite TA when it comes to this market. You'll get a very more detailed explanation about what I'm going to say. But if you're new to crypto, what you need to understand is that the key levels for Bitcoin right now are 42K and more, primarily above 46K. Okay? If we don't break those, what is going to happen is people are probably going to panic. And the reason why this weekend is really stressing me out is because, or I don't have a good feeling about this weekend, is because Bitcoin does very, very bad on weekends. So for example, if we go look at the last weekend right here, usually when we head into weekends, this is when all the bad stuff happens. If we go back 1 month right here, we usually see downtrends on Sundays. Now, this isn't always a certain thing, and I'm not saying just dump everything on weekends. What I'm saying is we're going into a 3-day weekend that is also comping in with Bitcoin having to break its, and guys, please forgive me here. I'm not going to give you the most accurate TA analysis right here. I don't use TA, but I know exactly what people are looking at. The 50-week moving average and the 200-week moving average, it needs to get cleanly above 42,000 for us to break that trend right there. And if we don't break that trend, people are going to panic and think we're in a bear market. I don't think we're in a bear market. I don't. Okay. And then also, more importantly, what is very, very also irksome is that if we do charge through this weekend, and if we don't bust 46,000 very firmly, that's also probably looking like a bear trap. So let me lay out this scenario right here. Here's what we're looking at. Of course, we just saw this massive dip right now, and the market is definitely recovering. Okay, I'm overall bullish overall, but we have this really critical point right here. We have 42 which is very important to break. And then we have 46,000. And the danger zone is actually between these 2 points right here. Technical analysis wise, if we don't get any crazy Elon tweets, there isn't any black swan positive news, this is a huge danger zone right here. Because first off, this weekend right here, we're going into a weekend where, again, Bitcoin is usually very weak. And the reason why I'm focusing on Bitcoin so much is it controls the entire market. If Bitcoin does something bad this weekend, it's going to hit every other coin on the market. And so we have this point right here where Bitcoin has to basically, this weekend, it's in a pressure point right now where it's not allowed to go back down, in people's eyes at least, and when it comes to TA and whatnot. It has to break above this 42K point right here. It has to solidly do that. And it's really struggling to even break 40K right now, and it has to break this on a weekend, which is very challenging for it. If it doesn't break this, people are going to start screaming bear market. The sentiment's going to get really bad. Now, here's what's irksome about this point right here, because people are really looking for a dead cat bounce relief run, a dead cat bounce relief run. And so what is this? So whenever a crypto, specifically Bitcoin, crashes, it's going to go down, and then at some point it's going to do a bull trap. And what happens is it goes up to, we're at like 60 right here, and the point, we went down from 60, and it's going to be between 47 and 40. And so people are really looking for it to go right here. And what they're going to do is a lot of people are playing the sell. A lot of people are playing the sell right here. If I was still holding right here, this is when I would sell. I would 100% sell, even short the market right here. Am I saying for you to do that and for you to sell? No, I'm telling you what people are thinking. Okay, you got to take all the information. And frankly, I'm really done making calls on this channel because I'm bad at crypto, but I know what's going on. And so I'm just making my own decisions. But right here, a lot of people are expecting it to crash back down right here. And so we're going this weekend where, one, we have to break this 42 point right here cleanly. Again, weekend, huge disadvantage. And we have to surge past 47 in this weekend right here. If we get stuck between right here, we get a hard rejection right here, more than likely it's going to jump back down big time. Okay, that irks me a lot. I don't see it going from 47 and then just hunkering around 44. It has to basically cleanly break 42K to get past that moving average point and then get above 47K to really break the downtrend. If not, this is looking like a dead cat bounce. That's just what it is. I want to be, guys, I know I was a little bit bearish in the last video. I want to be bullish as hell right now. And I really want to see us go and charge all the way through. But what I think is way healthier for the market right now, what do I think is going to happen? What do I think is most healthy? Now, of course, right now we could easily go through and just bust the 50K. And if we do that, it's just going to sit around 50K and we're going to have an alt season, in my opinion. That's what's probably going to happen if we bust through there. So it could happen, and I will punch myself in the nuts and cry a little bit if it does, because I'm not buying in back. I'm not buying back in right now. I will buy back in up here, because once we cleanly break 47, I'll buy back in. Okay, don't get me wrong. I still hold a lot of ADA, a lot of Kusama, a lot of Luna, and I'm really holding a lot of Giro and some smaller Cardano projects. I'm also holding Solana. Okay, so I'm not totally out, but I would say I've been buying back gradually over the past few days and a little bit after I got out at some decent prices. And so I do have a lot tethered up. I'll leave it at that. If we get to this point right here, I'll feel a lot better about buying back in. But we're in this dead cat bounce right now that it looks like. We're filming this part really quickly, guys, because I want to talk about these key numbers right here and what's actually most healthy and what's really dangerous. So let's look at the 36K number too. So here's the scary thing about this weekend, what I think is best. I think best case scenario is if we hit 42 and we go back down to 36. This is healthy because the bigger we go up, the harder the rejection is going to be. People are hungry to exit right here. If we get to 47, we're going to probably see a $2 ADA. We're going to see a lot of altcoins in really good exit territory. And also, a lot of people are going to short right now. A lot of people are going to try and bounce out. And so if we go right here, it's basically a make or break moment where we need a Hail Mary pass from Tom Brady to the end zone to push us to 50K. If we don't get that, we're going to take a hard rejection. People will probably call it a major dead cat bounce, and we're going to see a lot of bear. We're going to see a lot of bear. If we go to 42K and then we just go back to 36K, the market's going to have a chance to recover. People are going to have a chance to heal. People are going to get less hungry to exit. They're going to start accumulating. And then when we do make this charge here, we're going to have way stronger buying pressure and way less sell pressure. Okay, people need a little bit of time to cool off. Okay, so I think the most healthy thing is this. Okay, what'd be really bad also is if we just sit on at 38K, we're probably going to see another big dip right here as well. Okay, so this is probably the best. We need to see some signs of life, and then we need to see it go back into a healthy range. That's what I'm thinking. Once we get to this 35 right here, once enough people get in the prices they want, we have enough action coming in, the market is calmed down enough, I could see us then making this charge to 47K in the middle of the week and cleanly breaking through it. Okay, but the odds this weekend just look so bad against this. And then again, we have these pressure points of the moving averages that are going to make people really spaz out. And a lot of people don't, like me, don't want to be here on this bet because this is a coin flip. I'm not doing a coin flip. I'm not doing coin flip investing. The trend during the last since January, since for the longest time, has been an uptrend. We are at the point right now where we're confirming an uptrend or a downtrend. It's biting the line. Okay, so I wanted to make this video for you real quick to say I don't know what's going to happen. I seriously don't know, and the market scares the hell out of me because the uptrend is very, 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 very close to being broken. We're not hitting past 40,000 cleanly during the week, and the week is when it has to happen. It's Thursday right now at noon. We have to see a nice clean break from 39 past right into 43K. For us really to be riding a bullish uptrend in the weekend. If we don't do that, people are going to spaz out. And so I think it's almost inevitable. I see us going back at least below 38. And the farther we go up, you have to understand, if we go all the way to 47 really quickly, that means the farther we're going down. Okay, so the healthiest thing is for us to go and tap 42 this weekend and kind of go down to 38, 35. And I shared this on my Twitter today. You should follow me there at ZSS Becker. Look, I'm not going to tell you what coins to buy and what's going to go up and what's going to go down. I can give you guesses, but I can definitely tell you what's going on in the market. And what's going on in the market right now is this is what I think we're going to look at. Of course, this is the BNB chart right here. Here's a little bit more accurate one. I think we're right here. I think we're going to get a rejection right here. We're going to bounce down. Probably down the 32K again. I don't see us busting 50K. And if we don't bust 50K, we're going to 30K. It's not going to sit around this area right here. So I see us going down to here, or at least going back down to 32K or something like that, building up, and then that's when we're going to go nuts. And I think this is pretty much what's about to happen. This is why I'm not buying in right now. But if we break above this line right here cleanly, really quickly, we could see a gigapump. I don't think we're ready for a gigapump. I just don't. And the market really doesn't look strong enough to break this. We can't even bust 40K. Okay? So, guys, I just want to let you guys make your own decisions right here. Of course, you know, I tethered up a little prematurely last video. I could have definitely gotten an extra 20% out of ADA, definitely an extra like 25% out of Polygon. I just didn't want to take this game right here. I think the best time right now to tether up would probably be Friday at noon. That's what I would be doing if I thought a little bit clearer. I would be tethering up this Friday at noon because I'm not going to go into the weekend with these type of pressures. Because Bitcoin is in a really make and break situation where it has to perform and there's no time for it. Like in the past, Bitcoin could kind of bobble around the weekends and do stuff, and that's all right. Right now, it has to do this. It's going to break a massive trend if it doesn't. So you guys do what you're going to do with there. I just want to make this video for you guys because a lot of people are just super hyper bullish right now. You see all these green numbers in the charts, and it's really easy to get excited. Hell, I'm even excited. I mean, I want my giant bags of things back. Don't get me wrong. It is really hard for me not to be bullish right now. I just want to be transparent with you guys, and I might have made a bad call tethering up a little bit too early if we do see a gigapump. But I want to play things conservatively like I talked about in the last video, and the market could go either way right now. And I don't want to buy back in right now, and we could actually be seeing a dead cat bounce that ends the market as well. So I'm really waiting this one out and looking for those numbers that I talked about right there before buying back in. I really won't feel comfortable buying back in until we bust 47K really hard. And then I'm like, all right, cool. All right, this bull run's on. We're going to see an alt season. Let's get back in. Or I'm waiting for that big dip. That's when I'm going to buy back in, okay? I'm not going to do it any other way because what's going on in between that dip and 47K is a big old Schrodinger's cat mystery box, as Ivan on Tech would say. So that's what I'm thinking, guys. All my predictions that I've talked about when it comes to coins that I've mentioned in the past, the things I'm stocking up on, I think they're all going to be exactly the same. Just Bitcoin has to do its thing. And if Bitcoin doesn't do its thing right here, we're probably going back to 32K and we're going through a nice, boring period where I think we could have some really good alt action and a lot of things. Bitcoin has to settle at 32K-ish or it has to settle at 50K. That's what I'm thinking. And if you want these thoughts a little bit beforehand, follow me at ZSS Becker. I'll try my best to keep you informed of the market and the things I'm seeing. And then finally, as far as like micro caps and smaller altcoins go, I'm really sitting it out. And I don't really want to be talking about these things until the market finds a settling place. We just can't predict where they're going to go. There's a lot of really good microcap altcoins I'm looking at. I'm still holding a lot of Giro. I'm still really focused on CardStarter and things that are happening in the Cardano network and the Solana network and the DOT network. But again, I really don't want to be playing with these things until the market finds its feet because those are the highest risk right now with the market being like this. So that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next video. I'll try to keep you updated.